Oh, ow, 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 ow.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
No!
Are you... Oh, man, what are you doing?
I don't know what happened.
Oh, let me guess. You jumped down in there.
No, I didn't.
Oh, man.
I fell in.
You lost half of your stuff.
I lost half my bags.
Yeah, you also have something down there on the right, on the other... No, at the edge. Left side. Oh, keep going. Right there.
Hello everyone, this is Phenix Animator, and as you've seen, I died.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is. I was over at my cobble generator here, and I was just getting some work done, and then I don't know what happened. I ended up walking forward, and I fell in, and I started to suffocate. I couldn't get out. By the time I realized I could hammer myself out of there, I was too late.
Very, very sad indeed.
It is.
Hi everyone, I'm Froggy Lumpy. Today's episode is episode 5. We are playing in Agrarian Skies by Jaded Cat. We really appreciate you coming and visiting us again. We are about to go into our transition phase, so things are going to start to appear a little bit differently.
Yes, they are. So, what we need to do is we need to do another quest. And the quest we're going to do is Dust in the Wind. We need to make iron ore gravel. So, I'm going to take that out of there. And you take the 4 pieces of iron core ore gravel. Broken iron ore, 4 pieces of those, put them into the crafting table like this, and you get your iron ore gravel. Put that down on the ground, and smash it with a hammer. And that will give you crushed iron ore. It has a chance of actually giving you more than... You have a 100% chance of getting 4. So you'll never lose out on this. But then you have a 50% chance of getting 5. It's 5% chance of getting 6, and a very, very small, it says 0, but it's actually like 0.01 to get 7. If you take 4 of those and put them into the crafting table, you'll get iron ore sand, which the quest wants us to do next, which I just did. So now the final one is iron ore dust, and to get that, you need to hit that with a hammer. And again, you get pulverized iron ore. And that one has the exact same chances as the others. And if you take those 4 and you put them into the crafting table, that gives you your iron ore dust, which we can now choose our bag. I'm going to choose bag 2 this time. There we go. We put the heart in there. And we have our dust. Perfect. That's complete. And actually, let's throw these in here. Froggy, did you happen to do all of that with me, or?
Actually, no. I was beginning my prep for making my platform outside.
Okay.
For the smeltery, which is the next quest.
Oh, well, why don't you go ahead and take over and get us all prepped for the smeltery.
Okay, as you can see, I'm hanging over the edge, scared to death, that I might fall. So the only thing I have on me is my pick, my stone, and a couple pieces of watermelon. Because, obviously, if I die, I don't want to lose everything, so I have put everything up. And I'm just slowly bringing these stones out here, because this is going to be the platform. that I am going to make the smeltery on. And it's quite boring to watch this, so, but I did want to show some of it on camera of the fact that I can, you know, actually do this without dying. And thankfully I have been able to accomplish it so far. But I'm going to go ahead and take a little break here and go ahead and finish up creating this platform. I hesitated there because I was so close to the edge. I am very nervous when I do this. But I'm going to go ahead and finish making this platform, and I wanted to go ahead and begin the smelting of, well, here it is, the gravel and ore. And let me grab the quest book and show you the I'm smelting. Yeah, that does sound stupid. I've heard other people do that. Anyway, I need to make a seared tank, a smeltery controller, a smeltery drain, a seared faucet, casting table, and seared bricks. In order to do this, the first thing I'm going to need to do is get grout. Grout will make the seared seared stone bricks that I can turn into the square bricks. So the first thing I need to do is get the grout, consisting of clay, sand, and gravel. And if you have 4 stacks of gravel, 4 stacks of sand, and 1 stack of clay, it will yield you an enormous amount of grout. The reason why I'm doing so much, you actually don't need this much for a smeltery. I'm not going to cook all of this up, but I have 8 stacks here. You definitely don't need that. 8 stacks will actually build you a couple of smelteries, which is the reason why I did it actually, because actually I'm going to want a couple of smelteries. As you can see in the furnace here, I have 16 pieces of coal that I have actually made up for this. So, whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up these 2 stacks of grout, which will be enough to start my furnace. And yeah, let me come back in here because I do want to finish that ledge. So I want to put all this stuff inside. That way I don't lose anything if I die. So we'll be back very shortly. I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I'm going to bring this out further this way, and that I can set up the smeltery in here, and I will do that part on camera. So we'll see you in a few minutes. I am back. Outside here, well, gee, I've got trees out the wazoo. Okay, you can see over there a little bit. I finished the platform. Let's go ahead and get these parts for the smeltery all made up. We needed a seared tank, so here's the seared bricks now, out of the furnace. Seared tank. Next thing we need is a controller, smeltery controller, seared bricks all the way around. So we'll take one of those. We're going to need a seared faucet, so that's going to be right there. We're going to need a drain, smeltery drain. I guess I should actually show the recipe. Smeltery drain. We're okay. Again, casting table. And we'll need a casting basin. Oh, that's this. Casting basin. Okay. We're also going to need seared bricks. I like to put windows on my smeltery, so I am going to put a few of these seared windows. 2, 3, 4. I think the way I'll design it this time, well, let me go ahead and get 12. Yeah. So, there are all the parts to the smeltery. So if we go in here, I'm smelting, and click that, everything says 100% complete, because we have the seared tank, we have the smeltery controller, we have the smeltery drain, we have the seared faucet, we have the casting table, we have the seared bricks. So, I already have slimy sapling. Actually, I already have peach sapling. And that full heart could be a troll, and that ends up taking a life. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the reward bag. That's what I'm going to claim. And now I have 2 reward bags because I went ahead and completed the dust in the wind that Phenix started. Okay, so let's get this smeltery built. First thing you want to do is put down your base of your smeltery. I am placing this above. Generally, you place it below the surface, but because of Agrarian Skies being what it is, I am placing it above. And this I placed will need to be here, and I'll need a spot here. So now your second layer, first thing you're gonna want to do is place down your smeltery controller. You'll need a tank beside it that you'll need to put lava into, and then you'll need a side, which I have down at the end. I'm going to place glass just because I like to be able to see it. Then for your second layer, I put these in the wrong spot, definitely. So for the second layer, what I'm going to do is place the smeltery drain here, glass here, and then glass on this side, and this row. I'm doing this because of the drain and then the casting basins going underneath. I don't want to have to worry about the void. So by placing everything here, I don't have to worry about the void. I am going to place glass on this one, and on both sides I'll just place bricks. You can place any blocks on the second level, but the second level has to be out at the outside edge above, I guess you would say, of the 9 bricks, so that what you're building is a square essentially around the floor of the smeltery, and that encloses it, and then you have your complete smeltery encased so that you will be able to have your liquids. And it kind of looks strange this way because of me placing all of this stuff so high up. I'm placing these windows in various locations because I just like to see what's going on inside there. But the tank, when you place a tank of lava next to this, sometimes with liquid ducts, sometimes your liquid ducts will end up draining right into glass windows here, because if you can read up there, it says empty. I've messed up with that a couple of times, and the liquid ducts flowing into that, filling it up with lava. Now my lava's in a window. Not good. So here we go. This shows the little fire on the smeltery, shows that now I have a working smeltery. It has 9 blocks in its first floor, And now, to make it a little bit bigger, all we have to do is place another layer of blocks around it, which I can do right here. So just jump up here, and it doesn't matter what blocks you use. I'm gonna sort of copy what I did here. There we go, with the glass. And then you can just place any blocks at all on the top. So I'll just place these and these, and then these 3. Now I have 2 high smeltery. 2 high, meaning 9 was the beginning. Now I have another set of 9, so now I have 18 spaces in here that I can start my smelting with. And I have a bucket of lava, so that is what fires the smeltery up, which you put in your seared tank. So there we go. Now I have liquid lava. I should, sometimes it doesn't. It did. It does show up in your fuel here. Sometimes this is kind of derpy and it doesn't show up. So now I have fuel in here, so now I am able to start my smeltering. And the casting basin and casting table go right underneath the drain. Let me put the faucets on. You have to have your faucets on. It will go right into here, and here's the reason I did this above ground. When I get the resources, I'm going to place a hopper underneath this casting basin, and then I'm going to set a chest right here where this stone brick is, so that the hopper will pull directly out of this casting basin into the hopper and then move it on into the chest. I can also place a hopper up here with the chest full of things, with item ducts bringing things in to the smeltery. That would go into here, actually. Hopper, item duct right into the smeltery, because you always place everything in from the controller, the smeltery controller. And there you go. On this other side, I am going to place my casting table. Thank you, Phenix, for making it daytime. I'm going to make my casting table, put my seared faucet on this side, put my casting table here. My casting table will give me my individual bricks. Bricks, or actually making my pickaxe head, all of the materials that you'll need to make different weapons, different tools, swords, and all that. So there we go. That is the smeltery completely built. I could take these stones down now, and I have this completely done. What I can do to make it look better is put a staircase all around the bottom here, which is what I'm looking. Yeah, I'm hesitating because I probably will go ahead and put stairs all the way around it. That'll make it easier to access everything, and it will also hide the underneath things like the hopper and stuff that will end up being under there eventually. So there you have it, all done. Thanks a lot.
Alright, everybody. Well, so the smeltery is built. I'm hanging out in the trees. And we are done with this episode. So we will see you all later. This is Phenix Animator.
And I'm Froggy Lumpy. Bye.
See you later.